All right, today we're going to be looking at the OWASP Top 10 2021, and we'll go ahead and join the room. Upon doing this, we'll go ahead and start the attack box, and I'll just be briefly going over some of this. All right, we'll go ahead and start the attack box and our victim here, and we can see that it's starting up. All right, first one we'll be looking at is broken access control, which just requires that we read through it. All right, we'll go ahead and press on this terminal and enter. We'll open up Firefox for this third task, fourth task, I mean. Right, that's telling us to go to this IP address here. And we're gonna log in with Newt and test. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that the user ID is set to 1. So if we set this to 2, for instance, we'll see if it changes. And it does. Sorry guys, I'm recovering from a cold right now. So, all right, look at the other user's nodes. What's the flag? Let's try 0. There's the flag. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and try task 5 here. All right, based off of what we know, we're gonna now access the web server here and try to get the flags. So let me go ahead and paste that in there. Okay, we got this file, this website here. To sense and sensitivity. Huh, okay. Looks like there's login PHP area. Also, we can snaps. Okay. Let's go back over here. Admin. Oh, it's me. Let's see if this brings up anything. Must remember to do something better with the database and store it in assets. Okay. So it looks like the database is stored in assets. Text, password. Huh, wonder if that's it. We'll try assets first. Oh, here we go. Okay. And you can see we have a web app DB. So first, we'll go assets. This is probably the file. That's the name of it. All right. Use a supporting material to find the password hash. All right, you can see I downloaded it. So there it is right there. We'll open up the file location. You can see it's in the root location. So we'll just open up a terminal from here. And web app DB. So let me go back to the beginning material here. Go and ls it. All right, you can see a bunch of files in this location, but we're looking for this file. Let me go ahead and pull this up a little bit so you can see it. Web app DB. Written SQLite 3.x. So SQLite 3 web app DB. Let's see, we've entered it, and we'll use .tables, which shows sessions and users, which we're interested in the users. So go ahead and so you get the user ID, username, user password, and then admin. Okay. So let's select all from. All right, so we're selecting all from users. See if we get some hashes there. We got the admin hash. Okay. First one is the user ID, and then the username, and then the password. So the second part is the hash, 6 to the B. Let's see, what are they asking? Which user are they asking for the flag for? Here it is, admin. Okay. All right, next we'll go to crack station, which is where we'll go to find the password. Let's drop it in there. And the password is that here. All right, next we'll go ahead and log in as the admin. I think we just. All right, and we're in. So grab the flag. All right, good stuff. Let's move on to the next one. All right, we're going to try this next challenge here. Add this IP address and port number. Come over here, drop it in there. All right, we could just enter in our commands. So what's this change text file in the website's root directory. Excuse me. And we will use the ls command, I guess. Cache. See if that works. Index.php. Dr. Pepper text. That's probably it. How many non-root, non-services, non-daemon users are there? So non-root, non-daemon. What user is this app running as? Non-root, non-daemon. All right, let me think about this one. All right, let's see if this does it. Cat Etsy password. All right, so non-root, non-daemon. Let's see, this is root. If it has no login, it's probably not a legitimate users. T down. Grab this list here. It's a long list. Based off this list, let's see. There's 0 non-root, non-services, non-daemons. 0. What is what use what users is that running as? Who am I? Apache. What is the user shell set to? Um, hmm, probably the other one. So based off the input we received earlier, it's so if we do cat Etsy password again, you can see that root is set to bin.sha. That's the that's the shell that we're using, I think. Double check that. Hmm. Nope, that's not it. Hmm. Mhm. This again. So S-Bin no login is what we have here. And since we're Apache, that's what it said. What version of Apache Linux is running? All right, so to get that, we'll do running version 3.16.0. All right, good stuff. And that last command I ran was this one right here. Etsy OS release. All right, we'll go ahead and try this next IP address and port number. All right, so the easy guessable security question is favorite color, which ends up being green and is case sensitive. So I tried running burp, tried to brute force it, but yeah, didn't work for me. Yeah. Only because I was using capital green. So that should work for you. Yep. All right, let me go ahead and move this out the way. See, try to burp attack, but the capital green works. I'll turn off the proxy. Let's see. Passwords reset to this. we go. Copy that. Login. Joseph. There's a note.txt, which flag. Right, here's the flag. Copy that, drop it in there. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna take a break from here, but if you notice the IP address change when I come back, it's because I took a break. All right, we're gonna go ahead and continue. We got misconfigurations next. So I'm just gonna read through this real quick. We're just gonna walk through what they have here. So we got the IP address, bang, grab that. We're here, drop it in there. Go. Got to-do list. There's a console. All right. I'm going to print out the LSL. Print out the directories. All right, there's the directories there. The DB is to do DB. Modify the code to read the contents of the app.python file, which contains the app source code. What is the value of the secrets file? Okay, just do this. Take this. I'm just gonna control C it. Paste it in here. Okay, it's just being slow. Oof. Let me do this instead. Go up one. I'll change that to cat. What is it? Apps.py. Okay, I think we need to insert a command that's gonna print out the secret stuff flag. Where's the secret stuff flag actually? Let's see, it's not here. All right. All right, looking at the source code, we can see the contents of the file. It's right there. And I didn't have to do anything special. It's just the same cat command that we did earlier. So, all right, cool. Done with that one. All right, we'll just read this one. All right, next we'll go on to the next one here. So copy it, come over here, drop it in, let's go. Welcome to the online CSE bookstore. So I just made PHP with MySQL. It's Bootstrap, make it responsive. Okay. Got some books there. It's got the admin login page. All right, so go contents. This here. It'd be easier if we just looked at the source. Cool. We're just looking for a version number of some sort. Okay. And look at the tab real quick. Yeah. So we get the online CS ebook store. Books. Publishers. Okay, I guess I'll just research this one. All right, looking online, we can see that there's this online bookstore, unauthenticated remote code script here. So I guess what we can try is try this one. This is against the online bookstore 1.0 targeting the project worlds, which we know that this application runs based off of just scrolling at the bottom. It's got this project world thing going on. And the fact that it's an RCE and it's unauthenticated, but I was able to actually authenticate as an admin using admin, so yeah, let's try this one. So next one, terminal. I'll go ahead and go to the exploit DB here. This is, I think, I don't know what kind of file this is. Let's see. It's a PHP file. It's a Python file. So it's a Python file. Cool. Let's go in the root directory. And if I click on here again, it should be here. And the Python file is 47887. So looks like we need the um, dash URL. So dash host dash URL. And URL for this one is HTTP 1064.176.30.84. Let's see if that works. Maybe it just wants the URL, doesn't want that. Alright, getting some errors here. Try Python 3, Python 2. Alright, gotta look into this one. Alright, tried it again, except this time I made sure to specify the ports 84 like I didn't before. That's why it didn't work. So if you do that, it should not work in this case. So let's see what's going on here. Line 35. Why is not defined? Do you wish to launch from here? What is going on? Yes. Try this instead. All right, I gotta look into this one now. Okay, so after doing some research, it runs as Python 3, but doesn't run as Python 2, so that means you have to put Python 3. The name of the file, HTTP, the IP address, colon, port number I-84, and then when you wish to launch the shell, you click yes, and then you type in the command who am I, and it shows Apache. So that means it's working. So I could type in ls now, because it's giving like this interactive type shell, ls, and then now we get like a bunch of file names. So we're looking for the contents of the op.text.flag. So I could type in opt.flag.text, and then there it is right there. So it worked. It was just a little weird at first. Okay, cool. All right, on to the next one. I'm getting super tired right now, guys, but I'm gonna truck along. We'll see how far we can get. All right, I'm just gonna follow along here. So it says to register Darren, and we'll put in Darren@gmail.com. The password. All right, let's see. User is already registered. All right, I'll try to register Darren with the space in front. And user has successfully been registered, so now we'll try to log in as Darren. All right, and that worked. Let's try the same trick as Arthur, so we'll log out. Register Arthur, but he's already registered, so you have to put in a space. Arthur at gmail.com. Any email really, password, and then we'll register. Okay. And Arthur, password. Cool. And then we get another flaggy thingy. Sure. Okay. All right, cool. So on to the next one. I'm going too fast. What are you talking about? Huh, okay. Mm-hmm. So next, software and data integrities issues. All right, I'm just gonna read through that one. All right, for this next one, they give us this website. I'm just gonna take this link here. And it wants us to get the SHA-256. So copy it. Get SHA-256 hash. And that's the value. What does it want? It wants just the hash value. This is the hash value. Wants more characters. Wants the whole thing. There we go. That's for the software integrity. So essentially, it's just using this external library to pull in the JS query JavaScript. And if we want to validate it, then we would want to make sure that there's some type of um, hash check to verify its integrity. All right, move on to the next one, data integrity failures. All right, so essentially you have this you have this hash of the header and payload and signature what will change if any of those change. But to verify the header and payload, we just put it in this website that they gave us. And like if I decode it, you can see that the header and payload shows us the information, in this case, about that JWT. We'll go ahead and give this a shot. So just go here. All right, guys, I figured this one out. It was a little difficult at first. But what you do is you take the information that they have here that you're supposed to put into the JWT, which is the header and the payload, and it's supposed to be set to algorithm none, which is set here. And then after that, you have the username, which is admin, and then the other stuff was already there, right? So once you adjust it, then you go ahead and input it into this here. So you can see I've input it here. And then now it's a matter, okay, of taking this and trying to figure out, you know, what parts do you need versus what parts do you not need. So the easiest way to do that I found was actually to go to the link that they provided here for the online tool, right? So that link takes you here and just manually inserting it. So if I take this after I edit it and I just grab it, copy it, come over here and paste it, I can confirm that this is the output. Now, if I take this without the equal sign and I try to decode it, it comes out the way I want it to. So you don't need the equal sign. So that's telling me all I need to do is paste in this without the equal sign, and then afterwards put a dot to ensure that the format's correct. Then grab the second part here, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna grab this, copy it, come over here, encode it, and then now I don't need these equal signs again. So if I grab this without the equal signs, I can confirm that the output is correct. See? And then I put my dot at the end of that because you're supposed to have a dot at the end. Now I take this, copy it, come over here, and now when it goes to cookies, go to cookies, and now insert the value here, right there. And then after you insert it, then you can click this refresh items and then refresh the current page. So I'm going to take the flag real quick just in case I have any issues. But let me just go ahead and insert that real quick right there. All right, cool. And now I'm going to come here, refresh the items, refresh the page, and then you can see I get my flag. So I hope that helped. Again, we're just editing the JWT. All right, on to the next one. All right, next we'll go ahead and download the task files. And then I'll go ahead and open it. And this is a task file here. So it's saying that there is an unauthorized login. 401. So we can say that this is, looks to be like the address that was logged in from. So we'll go and copy that. Say that's the attacker IP address. All right, what kind of attack's being carried out? It looks to me like a brute force. So type in brute force. All right, good. We'll go ahead and move on. And just for those that don't know, brute force is when they're trying to use some type of dictionary or some type of list of passwords and usernames to gain access to a login portal. And based off of the output there, that's what it seems to be. So, all right, moving on to the next one. All right, I haven't taken a look at this, but we'll go ahead and start. All right, so we got the same IP address, just different port number. Uh, 87. Go ahead and close this out. Okay, explore the website. Was the only host allowed to access the admin area? Okay, let's see here. Admin area, localhost. Download the resume button. What does the serve parameter point you to? Sorry, alarm. Okay, let's check. This right there. Goes to root file, download.pdf. I think it wants the whole thing. Or maybe it just wants this part here. Maybe I'm missing two parameters here. Huh, that's weird. All right, let me take a look at this. All right, guys. I had to open this up in Burp to see that what's happening is when we click the resume to download it, that request is being sent as a GET and it's sent to a server or securefilestorage.com. So that's probably the parameter we're going to end up altering, I guess. We'll see if this works. So I'm gonna just grab. It looks to me like this is gonna be what is what's gonna go. Okay, good. So use SSRF, make the application, send the request to your attack box. Instead of file storage, are there any API keys in the intercepted request? Um, I mean, just looking at this, I don't see any, but let's have it send it to our server then. Okay, going the extra mile, there's ways to use here SSRF to gain access to the site's admin area. Can you find it? I don't know if I can't find that. Sorry. Um, so what we're gonna do here is copy what they did with the netcat thing, right? And then I'll take it from the top. We use burp in case you're not sure of how to use burp for this. So let's just start up our netcat listener for 80. 8080. 8081. Perfect. All right. And then with this one, let's just close it out. Let's just start from the top. So this is Firefox. So you open up Firefox and then you ensure burp is set. Okay. And then you go to applications and then I go for the burp suit community edition. Or sweet. Burp suite. Burp suit. Burp suite. All right. So while burp suit is starting as a suit and tie, we're just gonna wait. Just grab a coffee. It's gonna take a minute. Not just playing. Come on. Extracting files. What files are you extracting? Why are you updating? What? What's going on? Okay, I'm just gonna pause it real quick and we'll come back when it's done. All right, it's starting, but if you get some prompts that like ask you if you want to do stuff, just click the default OK next, and then it should start the project, which in this case is taking forever. Very long time. Very, very long time. Maybe it's because I have this open. I don't know. All right, so your proxy is already set to intercept. If you open browser, it doesn't really work well. That's why you have in this case. So you have to open up Firefox here. And then once you open up Firefox, like I said, just make sure burp is set here. Just click on it. And then now when you go to the website and you try to download this PDF, you should see the request. Dismiss. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and hit this again. It's going to resend that request. And you can see that the should be showing up here. Forward. Huh, weird. Didn't send it. Let me try that again. All right, so I'm gonna just close this out and then hit that IP address again. And now I should be getting these requests. And yeah, this is a request for the main one. All right, cool. And now go here to download resume. Word on that one. See, it's doing this post request. In the end, just the resume. Here. All right. All right, so go here. And this is kind of weird. It should be working. I'm wondering if why this isn't working. It was working a second ago. Let's try it again here. Here it is. Okay, so now it's working. Okay, go figure. And then we can see that the server is pointing to this server here. So why don't we have it point to our server instead, which is 8081, and then the IP address. So let's see, the IP address is right here. And it took me a minute. So once I sent the request and I edited it, I noticed that you have to put in the IP address of the attack box and the port number, and you can leave the ID alone. Next, for the host, that's the IP address of your attack box again, and um, the port number. And then you have to also put your IP address and port number again here for the refer. So once you do those and you edit all three of those fields with your attack box IP and port number, then you'll receive that request, which will have the flag here as such. Go here, and I can just paste that in and check it. And whoa, holy snaps, I did it. We did it. We did it, guys. All right, that's awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough and we went through all the flags. So that's pretty awesome. What is this? Wow. They even provide you the little cheat sheets at the end. That's new. It's like AI. Was this AI created? This is awesome. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this. Danny out.